Hi everybody, it's Spluff5 here, and today we are doing another Industrialcraft for Dummies tutorial. In this one we're going to be covering biofuel, lag. Anyway, we're going to be covering biofuel and coal fuel. Alright, I'm just going to set it to peaceful mode so we can get rid of some of the monsters that are underground. Excuse me. Hope that'll reduce lag a little bit. Alright, so I guess let's get straight into it. We'll start with coal fuel. Right, to make coal fuel, and by the way, both these fuels are used in generators as a kind of a super fuel instead of coal. Alright, first we need to get stuff called hydrated coal dust, which is made with one piece of coal dust plus some kind of water, or 8 pieces of coal dust and some kind of water. So yeah, it's better, more efficient to use this recipe. Right, you get your hydrated coal dust, go over to your compressor, and you start compressing it. What's wrong with my sound? Is that sound working? Yep, it's working. Okay. And once you've compressed it, you'll get hydrated coal clumps. Then what you do with these is you get a cell. Put it in the cell and you get a hydrated coal cell. This is a very kind of complicated process. Then if you get your cell and you pop it in the extractor, it will extract into, alright, a coal fuel cell. Taking too long. And a coal fuel cell, yay, you actually can't do very much with. It's actually pretty useless. So this is where the canning machine comes in. Put a whole bunch of coal cells into your canning machine. Coal fuel cells. Then get oh wait, no, it's called a fuel can, I think. Yep, okay. Get a empty fuel can, which is made with tin in this shape. Oh, I've got a headache. Oh. And you put that in the slot instead of cans. And it will take the cells and it will put the fuel from them into the cans. And it takes multiple cells to fill one can, so be aware of that. It's already used 2. It's used 3. I think it takes 5. 4. Maybe 6. I think 5. 5. Might be 6. That's 6. And you get a filled fuel can. Right, go over to your generator and you put it in the fuel slot. And it will empty it out so you get the can back. And this will produce a lot of EU. It'll still produce 10 per tick, but it'll produce it for much, much longer than coal. See, it's barely even made a dent. But say you don't have a whole lot of coal for whatever reason. Say, and you want to go with something a little bit more green. You can get this thing called a plant ball. And a plant ball is made with wheat in a ring, sugarcane in a ring. You could also possibly get them from scrap boxes. I think we did get one last time we used a scrap box. You can make them from seeds. You can make them from leaves of any type. You can make them from rubber tree leaves. Make them from, and if you use saplings to make them, you get 2. You can also use rubber saplings, and you can use grass and dead shrubs and all that stuff. But if you use rubber saplings to make one, you only get 1 instead of 2. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Use rubber tree saplings, get 1. Use rubber tree saplings. Alright, that might be a bug. I mean, if that is a bug, that's a very old bug, because this system of making biofuel has remained unchanged. Oh, wait. Has remained unchanged for a very long time, so this might actually be a bug. And since hardly anyone, sadly, does this biofuel stuff, so it wouldn't be noticed. Okay, it gives you 1, not 2. Okay, anyway. Also, this is just kind of a side thing. If you get a plant ball, you can macerate them into dirt. You'll get 8 dirt from 1 plant ball. So in some kind of like skyblock map, if you manage to acquire a macerator, you can turn your saplings into dirt. And since dirt is kind of precious on skyblock levels, that's quite good. Also, to work on Feed the Beast levels, since Equivalent Exchange 3 has changed so much. But anyway, that's not their main purpose. Don't want a hydrated coal anymore. Their main purpose is to be compressed into compressed plants. And just like before, you put them in a cell to get a biocell. You put a biocell in an extractor, and it will extract the biocell into a biofuel cell. Now, biofuel cells are not as good as coal fuel cells, unfortunately, but of course they are cheaper. That's the one we want. And ding. The reason they are worse slightly is because, oh, we got another fuel can, but we don't want to do that. The reason that they are slightly worse is because it takes more of them to fill a fuel can. Let's see how many. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, maybe it doesn't take more. 6. Okay. It doesn't take more then, apparently. Okay, that's good to know. So yes, much better fuel. And see, this one is only about half done. So they last a bloomin' long time. And this is the same stuff. Once they're canned, they're the same item. Once they're canned. Alright, that's the fuel system for this episode of Industrialcraft for Dummies. But I'm also going to go over a few odds and ends that I didn't cover. Alright, the first thing is, if you get a water cell, you can compress it into a snowball. Or I'll just say some other ones while this is working. Also, you can grind up bones into 5 bone meal. And I think you also get a bonus when doing sugar as well. Oh. See, snowball. And also, if you compress a snowball, you get a block of ice. These compressors are very slow. In another episode, I'll show you how to speed them up in 2 different ways. There are 2 different ways to speed these up. And block of ice. That's a good way to get ice without having a silk touch pick. Right, that's all the stuff for the compressor. Also, if I go down to my iron furnace, take the coal out. Both scrap and scrap boxes are burnable. Scrap boxes obviously last a lot more. What can we burn in our inventory? Can you turn plant balls into anything? No. Plant balls burnable? Alright, let's get some ore of some kind. Oh, can't use that one. Coal ore. Yes, you can. Alright, you can't burn plant balls, but I know you can burn scrap boxes. But it doesn't fill up that little flame bar thing. That's interesting. Geez, they last for a long time. Maybe they last for a random amount of time or something. That would be cool. Oh, now the thing's lit up. Weird. Anyway, and you can burn scrap too. So those are some odds and ends from things. Yeah. Also, there's this thing called a... This is actually pretty cool, and this is not just an odd and end, I actually forgot to show you this. It's called a toolbox. Say I got a pick of some kind. Let's go a golden pickaxe, even though they suck. Then we also got we also got, just to speed things up, we got 3 drills. And we also got 3 chainsaws, and we got a cutter. It's very annoying how tools don't stack, but if we get our toolbox, hold it in our hand and right click, plop. All the tools in our hotbar, it has to be a hotbar, pop inside the toolbox. And if you right click again, they come out in exactly the same order. Where'd the cutters go? That's a bug. I know that. If you try to put 8 items into a toolbox, the last one you put in will vanish. I'll demonstrate that again. Put it in, take it out. Oh, there they are. Weird. Do it again. Put them in, take them out. See, it's gone. So it's a chance of getting rid of it. No, it doesn't. No, I'm really got a headache today. It just drops them on the ground. Come on, give me a break, guys. I mean, this part of the mod is hardly ever used. Personally, I don't think I've ever seen Direwolf20 use this. I'm a huge Direwolf20 fan, by the way. Also, it doesn't appear that you can clip insulation off copper cables. But that's an interesting thing. Or maybe you just need an empty inventory. Nope, you can't clip insulation off copper cables. Or these cutters might just be broken. But anyway, that wraps up today's episode. This is Fluff5 signing off. Sorry if I made a complete flub of this. I've got a really bad headache. Anyway, bye guys.